Good morning, students. I hope all of you are fine today. So let's continue with the chapter which we have started earlier, that is acids, bases and salts. Now students, in our previous class we have learnt about indicator and we have also learnt about different types of indicators in which we can determine the substance we are using, whether it is an acidic, basic or neutral substance, students. Also, we have learned about the neutralization reaction in which an acid reacts with base, it produces salt and water. Now today we will learn neutralization everyday life, student. Now the first one is the nettle sting. Suppose if you are stung by a nettle, then what will happen, student? You will feel a burning sensation in your skin as because nettle sting contains methanoic acid. Now if you want to neutralize the acid, then you will rub a dock leaf on the wound. Dock leaf is a native plant in Europe, students. It is generally used for medicinal purposes. Now why we rub a dock leaf? As because it contains a basic solution. So whenever it reacts with acid, then it neutralizes the effect and the burning sensation will stop. Now the second point is the bee sting, student. Bee sting is an acidic in nature, and if you want to neutralize the effect, then how you will do it? You will add or you will rub it with soap, as because soap is an alkali. Now what do you mean by alkali, students? We have already learned alkali means a base which is soluble in water, that is called alkali. Similarly, a wasp sting is alkaline in nature, that is in basic in nature, and it can be neutralized by adding or by rubbing it with vinegar. Okay, vinegar is a very weak acid, student. Now number 3 is the ant bite, students. The sting of an ant, it contains an acid which is called formic acid. Okay, now whenever the ant bites, it injects the liquid into our skin. Now you can neutralize the effect by rubbing it with moist baking soda, and the chemical name of baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, or you can rub it with calamine solution which contains zinc carbonate, students. Okay, number 1 is the indigestion. Sometimes, students, stomach produces too much hydrochloric acid, which is often called as hyperacidity. Okay, and that causes or that creates indigestion. Alright, students, so we neutralize the effect by taking antacid, which is basic in nature, or you can also consume, that is milk of magnesia, which contains magnesium hydroxide. Okay, so students, although antacids are generally safe for occasional use, but they can interact with other medications and they can have a severe or minor effect in your health as well. Now if you are persisting with too much acidity problem, then you need to consult a physician. Remember, students, self-medication is sometimes dangerous for our health as well. Number 5 is the soil treatment. Now students, there are many plants which do not grow well when the soil is too much acidic or too much basic in nature. So what happens, students? Those plants cannot extract or cannot get nutrients from the soil to produce a profitable crop for the farmer, students. Now what farmers will do? Farmers add quicklime. The chemical name is the calcium oxide, or slake lime. The chemical name is calcium hydroxide, to the acidic soil to neutralize the effect. Okay, now when lime is applied to those soils, okay, students, it may appear temporarily white. Now if the soil is basic in nature, then farmers will not add quicklime or slake lime. They will add organic matter into it to neutralize the effect, students. Okay, students, number 6 is a fire extinguisher. Now the soda acid fire extinguisher, it contains a bottle of sulfuric acid, and it also contains a solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate. Now students, whenever a plunger is struck or the extinguisher is turned upside down, then the acid mixes with the sodium hydrogen carbonate and it neutralizes the effect. So the pressure of the carbon dioxide which is present in the fire extinguisher, it pushes the water out of the extinguisher and it releases into the fire. And number 7 is the factory waste, students. As all we know, waste contains too much acids, so factory waste also contains acids. Now, if they're allowed to flow into the water body, students, then it may kill all the aquatic animals which are living in the water bodies. So, it is neutralized by adding basic substances before discharging it into the water body, students, so that all the animals who are living in the water bodies, they can remain safe and they can breathe properly as well, students. Okay, so students, our chapter is completed here. So I will upload all the question answers through the PDF. First, students, read the chapter very carefully, read all the reactions very carefully, remember all the formulas of the chemical compounds. Okay, remember all the indicators, the color of the indicators, each and everything, students. Okay, so students, that's all for today. Thank you.